It's time for the Mix at 6. Counting down the top hip-hop and R&B songs in the country. On the Mix 88.9, Lynchburg's #1 station for hip-hop and R&B, soul and reggae.
Shock the system. Vibe Club. For life.
You know what it is. It's Tuesday. It's 6 o'clock. I am Kalel Creed. This is the palace of positivity that we have created. You're here for the Mix at 6. We're all here at the Mix 88.9. If this is your first time, welcome. Welcome to our little humble family where we sit here and you can come here and you can be yourself and you can just relax and let your hair down. And if you're bald, just be you. Just be you. I got nothing else. Just come here to be yourself. Also, you are 40% done with your week. I love numbers. I love giving out numbers. I love giving out stats. I love letting you know that you accomplished something when you get here. When you get to me, the day's over with. This is where you can come and just chill out. Stress-free zone. No stress zone. No stress zone. Alright? As always, I am bringing you the top 6 hits in the nation, with some entertainment and random nonsense sprinkled in the middle, and a little bit of my opinion. But don't get mad at that, because it's just that. It's my opinion. You can agree with me, you cannot agree with me. We can agree to disagree, and that's cool too. I appreciate all aspects of an argument. I respect others' opinions. I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion no matter what it is, because we're all entitled to those little things. There's nothing wrong with having different opinions. That's what makes us better. That's what makes us better. As always, if you haven't already downloaded the app, go to the Mix 88.9 in your Google Play or Apple App Store. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, the Mix 88.9. And on Twitter, the Mix 8991. If you want to follow me, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all of the things. Kalel Creed DB. That's KALELCREED DB. You can also catch up on past episodes over at my not Facebook. I keep doing that. But my YouTube page, The Fortress of Awesometude. That's AWESOMETUDE. Go to the Vibe Club playlist. And bam, all episodes are there. The one here, the one you're listening to right now, will be available as soon as I'm done here at 7 o'clock. It goes live at 7 o'clock. And I do that every single day for you. We do all of this for you. We bring you all this content for you. We're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have old school, new school, reggae, inspirational. We have it all. We have you covered. You have nowhere else. You need to be except right here with me. Right here with us. I'm here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, because that's important. It's very important that you know that. You can also listen via the internet. TheMixRadio.online. That's TheMixRadio, all one word, .online. And you can stream us there too. Those are all the ways that you can come into our world, that you can join us on this journey of, I'm trying to think of a J word, but I couldn't. This journey of fun. That don't really flow the same, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But without further ado, let's get into some entertainment. We're going to start off with the NFL. The NFL ended Week 8 last night. Monday Night Football saw the Kansas City Chiefs barely beat the New York Football Giants 20-17. The Chiefs have really fallen off this year. I don't know what the issue is, but my Cowboys play them in a few weeks, so I'm hoping that they continue to fall off and we can just breeze by them like we've been breezing through everybody else. But let's get into the rest of the scores. On Thursday Night Football, the Packers beat the Cardinals in a very good game. Very good game. 24-21 when Kyler Murray threw an interception in the end zone to secure the win for the Packers. Very good game, though. Very good game. Panthers over Falcons 19-13. Titans over Colts 34-31. Titans lost Derrick Henry for the season. They've signed Adrian Peterson, so that's a big deal. Bills over Dolphins 26-11. Jets over Bengals 34-31. Steelers over Browns 15-10. Eagles destroyed the now 0-8 Lions 44-6. That was a shellacking. Rams over Texans 38-22. Matthew Stafford continues to prove that it wasn't him. It wasn't him. 49ers over Bears 33-22. Patriots over Chargers 27-24. Seahawks over Jags 31-7. Saints over Bucks 36-27. Broncos over that Washington football team 17-10. And my Dallas Cowboys over the Minnesota Vikings 20-16. I'm sorry, I paused for a second because I thought Jimmy was going to interrupt me like he did last week. How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Y'all, I swear I am very good to virtual Jimmy. I really am. I take care of him. I feed him. I clothe him. I try to teach him life lessons. And all I want him to do is not be rude. And this is the second week in a row that he has just simply interrupted me. And we're going to have a conversation about it. We're going to have a sit-down conversation about being appropriate and when to interrupt someone and when not to interrupt someone. I apologize. That's from me to you. I am so sorry about his behavior these last couple of weeks. I will address that. That is my pledge to you, okay? All right? So we're going to move on for now. But Jimmy, we're going to have a conversation. But while we're talking about football, we got to talk about Calvin Ridley, the wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. Apparently, he is stepping away from football to focus on his mental health. Calvin Ridley put on Twitter, he said, "These past few weeks have been very challenging, and as much as I'd like to be on the field competing with my teammates, I need to step away from football at this time and focus on my mental well-being. This will help me be the best version of myself now and in the future." He said, "I want to thank my teammates, the entire Atlanta Falcons organization, our great fans, my friends, and my family for all of their support during this time." He seems to have the support of his coach. He seems to have the support of his quarterback. Matt Ryan says, "Certainly wish Calvin all the best. We love him and support him, and he's a great friend and a great person. So we all support him as he's going through this." His coach said, "Calvin's dealing with something personal, and it's going to remain personal on my end. Calvin's statement speaks for him, and so when we got here today, we talked and we put him on inactive." So I am all about Calvin Ridley's only 26 years old, so I am all about him taking the time that he needs, if he needs that time, to get himself together mentally, because if you're not there mentally, you can't be there for someone physically. It's just your mental health is a very, very, very important part of who you are, and I am really glad that it's becoming more pushed to the forefront and put in front of everything else. I really am. So forget football, forget everything. If you need this time to step away and take care of yourself, rumble, young man, rumble. I'm all for it. And speaking of mental health and mental well-being, Chance the Rapper was on Taraji P. Henson's podcast, Peace of Mind, talking about the stigma behind men being vulnerable, or about men crying and how it's perceived, and here's what was said during that conversation.
Black men in particular don't feel that they can show their emotions right then and there, so they got to man up.
Black men are naturally guarded. You kind of have to be. Your weakness is preyed upon. So I think it's a defense mechanism. Like, you know, like you don't want to necessarily grieve. Like you go to a funeral, like you kind of don't want to cry. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to subject yourself to the feeling of like that weakness of like, you know, it just takes a lot to be cathartic, to cry, to empty yourself.
I can say that is absolutely true. We were raised on man up, stop that crying, stop that noise, and I find myself falling into that same trap with my son. You know, I have gotten a lot better at it, and I have recognized it and tried to change it. That him crying is not a sign of weakness. Now he'll walk around whining, and that's different. And I try to nip that in the bud. But if he's genuinely upset, if he is hurt, or there is something going on, there's nothing wrong with him crying. And we have to get rid of that mindset that it is, because it's very toxic. It's very it can be ingrained. It can be passed down. And I feel like it's something that needs to stop. I can't remember the last time. Actually, yeah, I can. I can remember the last time that I actually cried, and that was years ago. It's very rare that I cry and get that stuff out and get those emotions and get those feelings out, because I am guarded. I do feel like it will be used against me. As a matter of fact, the last time I did cry, it was used against me. You know, I was told, oh, you was over here crying, you know, so and so long ago, and now you're this. And I'm like, okay, so that's where stuff gets. That's why we stay so guarded, because it tends to get weaponized. When that doesn't happen with women, it doesn't happen with anyone else, but it seems males. And more prominently black males. We're just not raised to be able to express that. We're just not raised to be able to express our feelings and have our feelings validated, and be to the point that it's okay to say how you feel, that your opinion and your thoughts and your feelings matter. That's not what we're raised on. And one of my hopes as a father is that I pass that down to my son, that it is okay. It is okay to get that out. It is okay to get those feelings out, because they get bottled up. And what happens is we get mad. You see a bunch of angry men, young men running around here, and we sit here like, well, why are they so mad? Why are they so angry? What do they have to be mad about? Because it's years and years and years of being told to man up, to shut the noise up, to keep that inside, stop all that noise, stop making all that noise, shut it up. That's just what we're used to, and we don't have that release. We don't have that ability to say how we feel and to get it out and for it to be okay. We don't have that outlet, because our fathers and uncles and men in our lives, that's how they were raised also. So it's no one's fault, no one is to be blamed, but we have to recognize that in us, and we have to do our part to change that. So I 100% agree with what he was saying. I am definitely on board with it, and I'm definitely going to do my part with my son to try to change that stigma. But we're here for this good music, and you're here for the Mix at 6, and we're going to go ahead and get into this countdown. But coming up after this music break, we're going to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, Jay-Z and LL Cool J being inducted, and Dame Dash possibly ending his beef with Jay-Z. But before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and get into number 6. Here is Lizzo featuring Cardi B, Rumors, here on the Mix at 6 on the Mix 88.9.
Give me the hip hop countdown. Number 6.
They don't know I do it for the culture, oh man. They say I should watch the stuff I post, come on man. Say I'm turning big girls into pros, come on man. They say I get groupies at my shows, come on man. All the rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true, yeah. Him and you, yeah. If you believe I do that, had to cut them all loose, yeah. Indy ain't no loose lips. Now they all tryna sue me. Psh, I don't give two lips. All the rumors are true, yeah. I've been in the bamboo, yeah. Focused on this music. My ex-man, he blew it. Last year I thought I would lose it. Reading on the internet, my smoothie cleanser might die. No, I ain't smashed Drake yet. Spending all your time trying to break a woman down. Real things are going on, baby, take a look around. If you thought that I was ratchet with my hanging out, just wait until the summer when they let me out the house. Yep.
Yeah, fake boobs, yeah. Made a million at suits, yeah. Y'all be running with fake news, yeah. Cardi and poppin', no, that's the machine. Nobody listen, they buying them streams. They even posted on blogs overseas and lying a language I can't even read. The f do this look, I'm a Bronx to some pop hits. Used to pop off when they pop hits, but I'm calmed down and I'm locked in, and my records live in the top 10. Let's go. Teach me about big girl. Okay. Last time I got freaky, the FCC sued me, but I'ma keep doing what I wanna do, cause all the rumors are true.
Yeah, they hated on me since school, yeah. I never thought I was cool, yeah. Now me and Cardi, we cool, yeah. I love pros on pros, yeah. I am body goals, yeah. This here from my soul, yeah. Black people may rock and roll, yeah. Why you spending all your time trying to break a woman down? Real things are going on, baby, take a look around. If you thought that I was ratchet with my hanging out, just wait until the summer when they let me out the house. Yo! What they say, yeah. What they say, yeah. Give them something to talk about. Sick of wars. But haters do what they do. Haters do what they do. All the rumors are true. Yeah. Sheesh.
You're listening to the Mix at 6 here on the Mix 88.9. That was our number 6 song, Lizzo featuring Cardi B, Rumors. And keeping it moving right into number 5. Here is Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open.
Give me the hip hop countdown.
Yo! Number 5.
What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap. I'm sipping wine. Sip. In a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean. My pool warm. Just shake. Smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're tryna lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open. Let you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you tonight, baby. Tell me that you're coming through. Ooh, you're so sweet, so tight. I won't bite unless you like. If you smoke, I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got fillets. Ooh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making.
And you're listening to the Mix at 6 here on the Mix 88.9. That was our number 5 song, Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony happened a couple of days ago, and some of the inductees were LL Cool J and Jay-Z. Jay-Z was actually introduced by Barack Obama and Dave Chappelle, and here's what Dave Chappelle had to say.
I would like to apologize to the It's an incredible honor to induct this next man into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But I need everybody in rock and roll to know that even though you are honoring him, he is ours. I could sit up here tonight, I could talk about his acumen as a businessman, talk about his accomplishments in music. But I think what's most important for everyone in this room to know is what he means to us, what he means to his culture.
Then Barack Obama spoke, President Barack Obama spoke, and here's what he had to say during his introduction.
I've turned to Jay-Z's words at different points in my life, whether I was brushing dirt off my shoulder on the campaign trail or sampling his lyrics on the Edmund Pettus Bridge on the 50th anniversary of the Selma March to Montgomery. Today, Jay-Z is one of the most renowned artists in history and an embodiment of the American dream. A dream he has helped make real for other young people like him. So let me be one of the first to welcome Hope, the kid from Marcy Houses, to HOF as an official Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And then Jay-Z did his acceptance speech, and during this, he talked about how the song Hard Knock Life, which is one of my favorite Jay-Z songs, by the way, how that changed his life and how he conducted himself. Here's what he had to say.
We were orphans in America. That's who we was in these ghettos of America. Mother America had abandoned us and we were ghettos and we were orphans. And it was like, oh, I have to speak. This is who I have to speak for. And we didn't have our fathers around. So not only did I have to be the orphan, I had to be Daddy Warbucks too. Both. So I made a song called Hard Knock Life. That set the course of, what I would do for the rest of my career.
I remember when Hard Knock Life, the album, was released in 1998 during my senior year in high school, and anyone who has a teenager or, more importantly, a senior in high school knows that they go through the most. I was having the hardest life ever, and I was living a hard knock life, and you couldn't tell me no different. And I had no idea what was in store for me when I graduated high school and went off into the military by myself. But it's a very important album. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the ones that I still have the CD for. And I'm trying to get the actual record, the vinyl, because I have a record player. And I'm trying to get the actual vinyl for Hard Knock Life, that whole album. But Jay-Z is one of my favorite artists. He definitely deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him. I'm not sure why it took so long. I don't know the politics behind what goes into getting someone into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but he's definitely worthy of being in there. So congratulations to him. One thing that he did that I thought was super dope during his induction speech is you can't say Rockefeller without pairing at least 2 people together, if not 3 for the deep cuts. The people who started Rockefeller were Jay-Z and Damon Dash and Biggs. Biggs is a third, but he's often in the background that you don't really hear about, and he prefers it that way. So the people that you saw out front the most during the Rockefeller reign was Jay-Z and Damon Dash. Dame Dash and Jay-Z have had very public falling outs over music and rights to what and rights to this and rights to that and rights to Rockefeller, yada yada yada. Gotten into courts, they got lawyers involved and all of that stuff, and they haven't really, this has been going on for about 20 years now. So about 20 years they've been going through this back and forth together. Well, during his speech, he didn't forget to thank Damon Dash. I don't know why I was about to say Diamond, but he didn't forget to thank Damon Dash, and I thought that was super dope. Here's what he had to say.
And we created this company called Rockefeller Records. Shout out to Dame. I know we don't see eye to eye, but I can never erase your accomplishments.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for acknowledging Dame Dash.
So after hearing the speech, Dame Dash actually responded. He said, "We should not be divided. We've accomplished too much to be beefing." Dame was speaking to Page 6 about this, and he also said, "I have no beef with him if he has no beef with me. Let's get the lawyers out of it then. Let's talk like men, but I definitely appreciate it." He went on to say, "I would never want you to think that we have to go to court to resolve anything. We can talk it out, and the culture needs to see two strong black men working out a problem. Even if they work together, they can go their separate ways and still be cool." He also says, "There ain't no way I'm never gonna consider him my brother. It's just that we don't see eye to eye." And that happens sometimes. That is 100% true. Just because you don't see eye to eye with someone doesn't mean that you two aren't still close and that, your issue can't be resolved and some resolution can't be had. It doesn't always have to be a fight or an argument or a big fallout or anything like that. You can work together. You can not see eye to eye on something. You can go your separate ways. There's nothing wrong with that. And I really feel if these two came back together and showed that is the case, that would be huge. That would be huge. So I'm really hoping that these two can get in a room somewhere or get on the phone somewhere or get on Zoom somewhere, have a conversation, and this all be squashed, because Rockefeller was a time in history that I would love to revisit as a whole, because it brought good music, it brought good content, it brought good memories. It's just something that I miss dearly. Also, LL Cool J was inducted, as I stated earlier. He was introduced by Dr. Dre. Here's what Dr. Dre had to say.
L, do you remember a story you told me about leaving Def Jam? You were the first artist on Def Jam. You recorded all of this music and delivered all of these albums. Then fast forward to this, your deal is up. And you told me you were really expecting a really high dope parting gift, right? Do you remember what you told me you got? A cheap watch. Right? I mean, what is that? Well, now I guess you know what time it is, right?
So definitely two well-deserved inductions. Again, I don't know what took so long or why LL wasn't already in, especially LL. I thought he would have been in there a long time ago. His impact on music can't be questioned either. But they're in there, so no need to harp on why and why not. Congratulations to both. And we can just move on. We can move back into some music. But when we come back, we're going to discuss something. How do you feel about men getting paternity leave? Let's talk about it when we come back. So let's go ahead and hop into this number 4 song. Here is Kanye West featuring The Weeknd and Lil Baby, Hurricane, here on the Mix at 6 on the Mix 88.9.
Give me the hip hop countdown.
Yeah. Number 4.
See this in 3D. All lights out for me. All lights out for me. Lightning strikes the beach. 80 degrees. Warm it up for me. Finally free. Found the God of me. And I want you to see I can walk on water. 1,000 miles from shore. I can float on the water. Father, hold me close. Don't let me down. I know you won't.
Yeah, walking on the bridge, I threw my sins over the deep end. Sipping till my stomach hurt this month, I done lost 3 friends. Early morning brainstorming, normally I can't sleep in. Sometimes I just wanna restart it, but it all depends. If I'ma be that same young hungry from West End. But my heart is frozen, the crazy part ain't have no pen. Maybach interior came with sheepskin. Still remember when I just had 3 bands. Now I'm the one everyone call on cause I got deep pants. Bro told me the way to beat the game is on the defense. And never phased by names that they might call me, but they gon' respect it. And I feel like you better off trying to call, I might not get the message. And she just tried to run off with my heart, but I blocked off the X. Yeah.
I know you won't. I know you won't. I know you won't. I was up for sale, but I couldn't tell. God made it rain, the devil made it hell. Dropped out of school, but I'm the one at Yale. Made the best tracks, it still went off the rail. Had go down, down, down. This a new town, town, town. This a new 10, 10, 10. I'm going in. Here I go on a new trip. Here I go acting too lit. Here I go acting too rich. Here I go with a new chick. And I know what the truth is. Still playing after 2 kids. It's a lot to digest. When your life always moving, architecture digest. But I needed home improvement. $60 million home. Never went home to it. Genius gone clueless. It's a whole lot to risk. Alcohol anonymous. Who's the busiest loser? Heated by the rumors. Read into it too much. Fiending for some true love. Ask him, what do you love? Hard to find what the truth is, but the truth was that the truth sucked. Always seem to do stuff, but this time it was too much. Everybody's so judgmental. Everybody's so judgmental. Everybody hurts, but I don't judge rentals. It was all so simple.
I see you in 3D. The dawn is bright for me. No more dark for me. I know you're watching me. 80 degrees, burning up the leaves. Finally I'm free. Finally I'm free. As I go out to sea, I can walk on water. Won't you shine your light? Demons stuck on my shoulder. Father, hold me close. Don't let me drown. I know you.
You're listening to the Mix at 6 here on the Mix 88.9. That was our number 4 song, Kanye West, featuring The Weeknd and Lil Baby, Hurricane. And keeping it moving right into number 3, here is Doja Cat and The Weeknd. You right.
Give me the hip hop countdown.
Number 3.
I get a man, but I want you. I get a man, but I want you. And it's just nerves, it's just making me think about someone new. You know that's so much to say. I try to hide it in my face and it don't work. You see through that I just wanna get with you. And you're right, you're right. I got my guy, but I can't help it. I want you. Say you right. I got my guy, but I can't help it. I want you. I can't stop and look the other way, 'cause I know it could be, babe, and you never felt the same. You'd be thinking about it every day. Don't believe in fairy tales, but we got our fantasies. And it's me and you, no she. Tryna be out through your sheets. Have you all on top of me? Acting like it's not that deep. Oh, you can take it out of me. Tell me what it's about to be. Really feel it's bound to be. I can't tell no one, but I got a man, but I want you. I got a man, but I want you. And it's just nerves, it's just making me think about someone new. You know I got so much to say. I try to hide it in my face and it don't work. You see through that I just wanna get with you. And you're right, you're right. I got my guy, but I can't help it. I want you. Say you right. I got my guy, but I can't help it. I want you.
Girl, I want you like you want me to. I feel that energy when you're on top of me. I know your man, he ain't controlling you, but you still hesitate, 'cause you choose loyalty. I know your history, met him before your peak. He's so connected to that woman that you used to be. But this sex will cloud your memory. A couple strokes to put it in, then you belong to
I got a
me.
man, but I want you. I got a man, but I want you. And it's just nerves, it's just making me think about someone new. You know I got so much to say. I try to hide it in my face and it don't work. You see through that I just wanna get with you. And you're right, you're right. I got my guy, but I can't help it. I want you. Say you right. I got my guy, but I can't help it. I want you.
And you're listening to the Mix at 6 here on the Mix 88.9. That was our number 3 song, Doja Cat and The Weeknd. You right. Now, before the break, I asked about paternity leave for fathers. And if you think men should have paternity leave. I personally, I didn't have paternity leave, but I was able to be at home when all of my children were born. I was able to be here pretty much as they were infants, newborns, infants into toddlers. So I would say that it is a definite benefit, and I don't see why men should be looked at any less or any different if they decide to take paternity leave or have paternity leave given to them, because the father is just as important as the mother. It is very important to establish that both parents are there. It is extremely important to establish that both parents hold the same amount of emotional weight as far as the child goes, and for the child to know that. So, in my opinion, I think that it is very important for a father to take paternity leave to look after their newborn children. And why am I bringing this up? Pete Buttigieg, who is the transportation secretary, and his husband Chasten have officially become parents of 2 children. And he made the decision to take paternity leave. And he was called things like a loser and a little weird were amongst the reactions that he and his husband received for his decision to take paternity leave. Joe Rogan even commented, "Isn't that supposed to be for the person who gave birth?" Before declaring that it was strange for a parent to get maternity and paternity leave simultaneously, which I don't agree with. There are some things that Joe Rogan says that I do agree with. This isn't one of them. I don't see why he's a father himself, doesn't understand the importance of being there for the children as when they're first born, because that initial stage is what the child sees and what the child bonds with, and it is vitally important for the father to be there as well as the mother. The man is pushed into this role of the provider, and he's providing and he takes care of his family, but that's just one side of it. Yes, we do those things, and we're happy to do those things. But what's wrong with a man also enjoying the fruits of his labor? The hours upon hours, weeks upon weeks, years upon years of providing for his family. What's wrong with him taking some months off to bond with his child, to enjoy his child, to enjoy all the hard work that he has put in leading up to that? What is wrong with that? Why is there such a stigma with, why is that not manly? I don't understand that line of thinking. I don't understand that what am I looking for? That trail of thought, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. I think that it is very important for a father to bond with their child. And if they're working all the time, and if you're not there, you miss a lot of things. I have been very fortunate enough to be able to be put in a position where I get to see my children day to day. Every day I get to see my children. I get to take my girls to cheerleading and gymnastics. I get to see those moments. I get to see them running around the house. I get to see them coming in my room just to poke at me or to play a prank on me, or I get to experience those things. And for someone to be looked at as weak or to be looked at as less than is ridiculous to me. Also, this is why I always say you only live life once. Don't do it to please other people, because you get things like this. This man is being dragged, being called a loser, being called less than, because he made a decision to be there for his family. He is here, he is in the public eye, he is out working very hard, and he won't get many moments like this. And we need to applaud that instead of looking down on that. We need to be standing by someone who makes that decision to I'm going to take this time off and spend it with my family. I'm going to take this time off to be with my family. I'm going to take this time off to be a part of my newborn child's life. That's the most manly thing that you can do in my eyes. That's the most manly act that you can put forward. Now, there are a lot of people who aren't able to do that because of their financial situation, and they have to work. This is in no way directed at those gentlemen. Those gentlemen are also to be commended. Those gentlemen are also to be praised and put up on a pedestal because it is hard work. I have also been on that side. I have also been deployed where I miss things. I miss birthdays, I miss Christmases, I miss holidays because I'm not able to be there, or I have to work. I have been on both sides of this coin. And so I sympathize and empathize with anyone who goes through something like that. But for someone to say, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take this time off to spend with my family, to bond with my newborn child, to be there. I am all about being the best father that you can be, or that I can be. That is my only goal in raising these children that I have in my house right now. And anyone else who takes that same mind frame and is working towards that, they are to be commended. We also need to commend the ones that are out working Monday through Friday, day to day, some 12-hour shifts, some overnight shifts, some who aren't able to go to gymnastics competitions, cheerleading competitions, football games, anything like that. I am very fortunate and blessed to be in a position where I have been able to enjoy those things, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for any amount of money. I wouldn't trade it for any amount of notoriety, nothing like that. So I commend this gentleman. I hope that he does it more. I hope that he takes more time off. I hope that he gets back to work and then takes a break and then spends more time with his children. I think that's very important. So to answer the question at the top of the hour, yes, men should be given paternity leave also, but as always, that's my opinion. As always, that's just my thoughts. I leave it up to you because I am interested to hear your opinion also. Please go over to our Instagram and Facebook and Twitter pages. Facebook and Instagram, The Mix 88.9, and Twitter, The Mix 8991. I have posed a question and I give it to you. I give it to you. I look forward to hearing your opinion, and hopefully we can talk about this a little bit more. But let's get back into this countdown. Let's get into our number 2 song. Here is Drake featuring Future and Young Thug, Way Too Sexy. Here on The Mix at 6 on The Mix 88.9.
Give me the hip hop countdown.
Number 2.
Yeah, wow. I'm too sexy for this girl, too sexy for your girl, too sexy for this world, too sexy for this ice, too sexy for that jack. Yeah, I'm too sexy for this chain, too sexy for your game, too sexy for this fame. Yeah, I'm too sexy for the trap, too sexy for that cap, too sexy for that jack. Yeah.
Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay, I'm feeling too sexy to accept requests. Way too sexy. And I'm way too sexy to go unprotected. Way too sexy. And she popped a Tesla, now she gonna let you. Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay, think we got too sexy for that metro housing. Way too sexy. Diamond popped out, almost swallowed 60,000. 60 pieces. Section need more things in here, I like it crowded. Hey, whoa. Yeah, I like it crowded. Oh, you like the boy? Well, tell me what you like about him. You a turned a little thotty, ain't no wife about it. I'm a friends and send her back to metro housing.
Yeah, I'm too sexy for this girl, too sexy for your girl, too sexy for this world, too sexy for this ice, too sexy for that jack. Yeah, I'm too sexy for this chain, too sexy for your game, too sexy for this fame. Yeah, I'm too sexy for the trap, too sexy for that cap, too sexy for that jack. Yeah. I pop out, get ghosts on the you don't know where I went. Pray For all my dogs, all my behind the fence. Dripping in it, I was spilling in a new designer gear by Coaster. Pay attention to the detail, going two-tone on choker. Young always ready to murk, some call them some smokers. Young promotion, you don't make sure the car gets hit a 360, windmill when I left the scene. That's that action, her best work on her knees. Too sexy for this cash, too sexy for this serve, too sexy for these pills, I'm too sexy for this. I get cash wherever I fly, got on me. Money, cars, and all the jewelry make a sexy. I get cash wherever I fly, got on me. Yeah, wow, wow, wow. I'm too sexy for this syrup, too sexy for your girl, too sexy for this world, too sexy for this ice, too sexy for that jack. Yeah, yeah. I'm too sexy for this chain, too sexy for your game, too sexy for this fame. Yeah, yeah. I'm too sexy for the trap, too sexy for that cap, too sexy for that jack. Yeah, yeah.
Too sexy to count. Fetty, my neck, Bugatti, red diamonds, spaghetti. This paper, I shred it. I swindle, no sweating. I saw you begging. Goddamn, you petty. I ain't done spinning. No pinch, I spin it. Bags in and out. My man ain't gon' steal it. 100 bags for make these young wish they was rich. A green gators, they look like a switch. Georgia, yo, I spit 26 licks. Too sexy, my neck, Bugattis. Caress me, I'll let you today ski. I've been kicking, might need a prosthetic. I pray to the chopper under my pillow, to fairy.
And you're listening to The Mix at 6 here on The Mix 88.9. That was our number 2 song, Drake featuring Future and Young Thug, Way Too Sexy. Now, before we get into this number 1 song, as always, let me take a second to thank some of our sponsors.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
So, who's trying to spend 12 hours in a salon? Not me, and not you either. Nobody wants to spend their whole day like that. Yo, pull up and get slayed by the V. I'm trying to put you on. Vanquish Beauty Studio is the move. 2130 Wards Road in Lynchburg. They provide confidence and sass, so it accommodates the swag you already have. Their talented artists specialize in color, cut, healthy, and diverse textures of hair. They're a 3-time award-winning salon right in Lynchburg. Vanquish Beauty Studio. They'll turn your hair ideas into a reality without spending the whole day in the salon. So book your appointment now. Go online to vanquishbeautystudio.com or call 434-239-HAIR. That's 434-239-4247. Experience a professional salon, impeccable style, ambiance, and sophistication, all in one place. Vanquish Beauty Studio. Pull up and get slayed by the V.
How do you make financial decisions? Are you retiring soon or wondering how much life insurance is enough? Your family and financial future is the most important thing, and having answers to these questions are mandatory. Bold Financial Strategies is a successful financial team that can help you answer these questions while achieving your goals. Bold Financial Strategies offers a suite of services that range from retirement plans and college savings to homeowners insurance policies, as well as estate planning and life insurance protection. We pride ourselves on making the process simple and understandable for all of our clients. Take control of your financial future and visit our website at boldfinancialstrategies.com or give us a call at 434-215-0695. The team of advisors includes owner Damon Bolden, Garnett Spanky McDaniel, Randy Calloway, and Devin Boland. We are located at 3712 Old Forest Road, Suite 400, Lynchburg, Virginia. Oh, and we also make ourselves available for online and virtual appointments. Bold Financial Strategies. We help all of our clients plan and make smarter financial decisions, and we would love to start with yours. It's time for The Mix at 6. Counting down the top hip-hop and R&B songs in the country. On The Mix 88.9. Lynchburg's number 1 station for hip-hop and R&B, soul and reggae.
Give me the hip-hop countdown.
This is the number 1 song.
Number 1. DJ gon' play it.
Night. when I bite that lip, come get me too. He want lipstick, lip gloss, hickeys too. Kiss me more. We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose. Oh, oh, it's just principle. Baby, hold me, 'cause I like the way it moves. Oh, 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 you write your name, I can do the same. Oh, I love the taste. La 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 la. All on my tongue, I want it. Oh, you write your name, I can do the same. Oh, I love the taste. La 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 la. All on my tongue, I want it. Say, give me a in the Gucci store. Push your limit, now you ain't good enough. All you that you lost without me. All my feel like I dodged the county. You feel like jail. I can't even exhale. Like holy grail, you know that. You gon' make me need bail, you know that. Caught dipping with your friend, you ain't even have me lying on you. You know that. Got me a bag for the brick, you know that. Control and shoulder base if I throw back all this for real. Drama make you feel fantasy and whip a bit. It's all I can give you. Kiss me more. We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose. Oh, oh, it's just principle. Baby, hold me, 'cause I like the way you groove. Oh, 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 darling. Boy, you write your name, I can do the same. Ooh, I love the taste. Oh, la, 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 la. All on my tongue, I want it. Boy, you write your name, I can do the same. Ooh, I love the taste. Oh, la, 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 la. All on my tongue, I want it.
You're listening to the Mix at 6 here on the Mix 88.9. And that was our number one song, Doja Cat featuring SZA, Kiss Me More. As always, and most importantly, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me for this last hour. I don't know what I was trying to say right then, but thank you for hanging out with me for this last hour. I really appreciate it. There is no me without you, and I want you to know that. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you come back tomorrow because I am here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, because that's important. Coming up directly after me is DJ Kid New in the recovery room, and after the day you've had, you deserve it. So stay tuned for DJ Kid New in the recovery room. He has some good music for you, a good lineup for you, so he's going to take care of you just as I hope that I have as well. The hope for today is that I brought a smile to your face, if not a giggle, and some things to think about and to chew on until we come back here tomorrow. As always, please download the app. If you have downloaded the app, tell others to download the app. It's very important for the growth of me and the growth of what I'm doing here. Let them know they can go to their Google Play Store, Apple App Store, search the Mix 88.9, and bam, there it is. They will have the app to carry around with them at all times. They can also listen via the internets, all of the inner things. Now if they go to the mixradio.online, that's the mixradio, all one word, .online, and we are streaming 24 hours a day. Old school, new school, reggae, inspirational. We have it all for the price of free. All this talent given to you for free because this is what we love to do. Follow us on social media so you can get in on our conversations. Over at Facebook and Instagram, the Mix 88.9, and on Twitter, the Mix 8991. If you want to follow me personally, that will be greatly appreciated as well. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all of it, because I do it all at Kalel Creed DB. That's Kalel Creed DB. And you can click follow, you can click subscribe, you can click all the buttons over there so you can be up to date whenever I post something. And speaking of posting, as soon as this is done, this episode will be live over on YouTube, on my YouTube page, The Fortress of Awesometude. That's AWESOMETUDE, The Fortress of Awesometude. Don't forget to click subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell. Don't forget to go to the Vibe Club playlist so you can find this episode and all my previous episodes, because they were cringy at the beginning. I didn't have any footing. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was still just talking. But I think I'm in a stride now. I'm having a great time, and I am living my dream, and I appreciate you being here with me. Again, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, because that's important. Please spread the word. Please let someone else know. And above all of that, take care of yourself. Do something for you. You give so much to other people. Take a second, do something for you. Do something that's just for you, just to make you smile. And when you're done with that, do something to make someone else smile. Make someone else's day. It takes zero effort to be kind. That's going to do it for me today. I will be here with you tomorrow. Stay tuned for DJ Kid New in the Recovery Room. Have a good evening.